I'm on my way to meet a young woman who recently completed her service in the IDF and is now involved in a truly remarkable organization.
My friend told me he was in Argentina, in a cool delegation named Heroes for Life, and it sounds good to me. I signed myself to a delegation in Guatemala, so we went there, and it was such an amazing experience.
Heroes for Life is an Israeli humanitarian organization that recruits young Israelis after their service to volunteer in developing countries around the world.
Half of the day you're fixing houses, schools, whatever the community needs. The other half of the day you are teaching the kids mathematics, English, but it also can be values, how to be a good friend, how to be strong in your life. I'm not sure that I'm changing the world, but I'm giving them someone who loves them, treat them with compassion, and I think it means a lot.
Hi, Mati, how are you doing?
Hey, good to see you.
I'm meeting with Gili Cohen, a former combat commander who founded Heroes for Life in a collaboration with the IDF to utilize these young travelers for good.
8 years ago, my wife Rachel and I decided to go on a trip, the big trip. In Israel, when you say the big trip, there's only one meaning. Post-military service, exactly, yes. It's a very famous tradition here in Israel that after completing the military service, almost all the Israelis go on a trip, particular to developing countries. You know, 400,000 Israelis go on this trip every decade. During that trip, you go through the streets and you see the signs in only 3 languages, Hebrew, English, and the local language. I thought to myself, what a shame. We hear thousands of Israelis. Why don't we enable them to volunteer as part of their trip? Israel is supposed to be a light unto the nations, so let's do something about it. Less than 1 week, we had to close a registration because there were more than 400 applications were submitted.
I'm looking here on the wall, and I see quite a few young, fallen Israeli men and women who died in the IDF.
Absolutely. For us as soldiers, it was crystal clear from the very beginning that each and every delegation will be named after Israeli fallen soldiers, our friends, who paid the ultimate sacrifice in order to defend the Jewish state. I think this is the most beautiful way to remember them.
Dana's own emotional story of loss connects her deeply to the organization too.
I lost my 2 parents, my dad when I was a baby and my mom when I was a soldier, and I was a lone soldier in the army.
Lone soldiers in the IDF are those without family support. They might be new immigrants, volunteers from abroad, or in some cases, orphans.
In the army, I felt like I have a lot of help, love, caring, the community, and I really wanted to see how is it for kids that don't have the same luck that I have. I mean, it's a little complicated to say luck because I don't think that my life is easy. But when you go there, you really understand that you have lots of support here. And I wanted to help. Here, I'm the receiver, and I wanted to be the giver.
Today, Heroes for Life sends delegations to 4 different continents around the globe. But Gili has a grander vision for the future.
Instead of doing that in 15 countries, we want to do it in 50 countries, all around the globe. Thousands of Israeli volunteers go to do act of good and showing the real face of Israel. I wake up every day in the morning, eager to continue, eager to expand the activity. You feel that you fulfill your own purpose. In this case, I feel that I fulfill the purpose of the Jewish state as well.